tuned to Cafe Cabaret. Tonight we present The Wrong Hero in a very special production entitled The Question Is, Which is to be Master? That is all.
That's not supposed to be right now. Actually, right now, anything outside of your local area, you have $1 for. Even if it's in the same area code.
Yeah, but one is not so bad. That's just the U.S. Country code. But no, Sprint, AT&T, NCI, they're all saying no overlays, no overlays. It's the same.
This is The Wrong Hero. I'd like to just say in way of preface that the title of this presentation is, the question is, which is to be master? That is all. And it comes from Alice in Wonderland, actually Alice Through the Looking Glass. When I use a word, Humpty Dumpty said in a rather scornful tone, it means just what I choose it to mean, neither more nor less. The question is, said Alice, whether you can make words mean so many different things. And we all know that Humpty Dumpty replied, the question is, which is to be master? That is all. And now The Wrong Hero in which is to be master? That is all. Hi, I'm The Wrong Hero, and in honor of Mark Bigness, I'd just like to do an impression of him and what he would say if he were here. Oh my God! Oh my! Isn't this it? Oh my! Isn't this it? Oh, isn't this incredible? Oh, it's a. So anyway, unbelievable! Oh, isn't it? Oh, how they betray! Oh my luck! Oh, how they. I'm The Wrong Hero. I'm not a genius. I'm just hard to get along with. And like most comedians, my greatest ambition in life. You can sit there if you like. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll go and get you a chair that doesn't squeak. Oh, no, I don't want you to have to sit there like at attention the whole time. All right, well, you can squeak. You know, I know a lot of the jokes aren't very funny, but then again, you're not a very big audience either, so instead of laughing, just squeak the chair when you find something that needs your approval, and we'll be copacetic, man, like they used to say back in the beatnik days. Oh, yeah, this is a beatnik thing to do. Hi, I'm Amelia Earhart. Well, I'm getting off to a rollicking start here. You know what my big ambition in life is? You know, if you're a doctor, your big ambition is to be a brain surgeon or maybe have a disease named after you. Isn't that a great ambition, you know? Like, what is Alzheimer thinking right now? The only time anybody ever talks about him is, you know, some disease that incapacitates elderly people, and, you know, we must find a cure for Alzheimer's. Like, it's his disease. He's got a franchise on it. Why do they call muscular dystrophy Jerry Lewis's disease or something? You know that Jerry causes muscular dystrophy, by the way, which is why he's so guilt-ridden about it. Like all those little kids in 1946 trying to do Jerry Lewis impressions. You know, and then they froze like that, right? Now they're like, ah, lady! You know, so it's just like, poor guy, you know. And you know, he said he would reveal, he made two promises. One is that he would never take any amount of money to reveal why he's so interested in muscular dystrophy. Not even $1 million. Not even $1 million that would go to treat the victims of muscular dystrophy. And the other promise he made was that he would release his epic film, The Day the Clown Cried, when world pornography was eliminated. You know, well, that's a pretty safe bet. You know, when pigs fly, when world pornography is... What's this fixation he has with world pornography? Anyway, he's pretty pornographic himself, you know. Anyway, my big ambition in life as a comedian is, of course, that of every comedian, to leave cappuccino farts on David Letterman's sofa. You know, just a little silent one. I won't even lift the buttock, you know. Let's go like that. Dave will go, what's that? I go, oh, nothing. Oh, nothing. Okay, now we got the recording technology, and now the show really begins. Now I'm going to sing a little song for you. I hope you like it. I may not be much on looks. What's going on down there? People screaming. Amazing, huh?
Hey, what's going on?
I think we're filming up.
Hey, we're drunk in an absurd orange trolley car.
Out of towners.
Hey, come up here!
Tour bus. Hey, you want to go up bus? Hey, let's go bus.
We're doing a sadomasochistic whipping session up here. Free donkey show. Oh, there's the phone. That must be Hanson. Wow, great. So he's here just in time for the big opening theme song that starts the entire thing. Steve Iskowitz, in an uncharacteristically unsober, like Steve Judge Iskowitz by day, but by night, a raving red wine werewolf, And you know what's really wonderful about drunk people is they never sing songs about, well, they sing songs about being drunk, but it's like songs from the 1920s, like How Dry I Am, and Show Me the Way to Go Home. But a contemporary.
That wasn't originally a band commercial from the 60s?
But a contemporary drunk, might sing a little, something a little more upbeat and modern, like
Gloria.
Red Wine. How many drunk songs are there anyway? I mean, there must be about 100 of them, right? I mean, you can do a whole drunken medley of drunk songs, like Oh, demon alcohol, drinking wine, smoking, drinking wine, hot shot. My book has got a hole in it. I can't find no beer. Stuff like that. That would be wonderful if you could. The Drunk album on K-Tel Records. K-Tel presents the 40 best drunk songs. We would tell you the title, but we can't remember because we're drunk.
Very good, Francis.
Thank you. Yeah, the Drunk album. Yeah. And that would be the Prince's follow-up to the Black album. And here's another thought I had, as long as we're on this topic. It's not part of the regular set, but what if the Beatles had gotten stoned? Oh, well, yeah, what if, huh? And, but what if they made the ill-considered decision to remake all their old songs from a stoned perspective, like, I Want to Hold Your Hand, it's heavy, man. Or, because, what was the world like in 1963, 64?
I want to feel your aura.
Right, exactly. I'm so happy just to dance with you, and what kind of world was it that's these feeble sexual euphemisms like holding a hand, or they wouldn't even talk about kissing, the taste of honey, tasting much sweeter than wine. Dun dun dun. What's the worst Beatles song, by the way? A source of endless speculation. Is it You Know My Name, Look Up the Number? Or is it, I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden with you? Or is it Revolution Number 9? That's actually their best song. They stopped progressing after Revolver. And, they had fits of inspiration. But they could never top Tomorrow Never Knows, really, truly. So they went from,
how does Tomorrow Never Go?
Turn up your mind, relax, and float downstream. It sounds like Dawn Adams singing it, like that. Yeah. Hey, sorry about that, Chief. It is not dying. It is not dying. Woo, woo. Lay your thoughts and surrender to the void. It's amazing. They got rid, they could like make an album with that song on it, and people would like sit there and groove to it. From the beginning, from the beginning, woo! That backwards guitar solo, really great. Probably rotted the minds of millions of impressionable youth. Well, what do you think? I mean, that's the thing too. That's not a song you're going to hear at a wedding anytime soon. Hey, could you play Tomorrow Never Know? Lay all that to surrender to the void. It would be like, what are the songs they usually play at weddings? Things like, I read her diary underneath it. Lay off that to surrender. That would be wonderful.
You get those guys in here.
Yeah, get them in here, for God's sake. I knew this would happen. I knew it. Well, there I am. Alone. Alone. Why must I be alone? And anyway, in case you don't know it, I'm the wrong hero. And this presentation is called "The Question Is, Which is to be Mastered? That is all." He's probably asleep, John. Well, anyway, if you wanted to like go into the kitchen and grab a bite to eat or something, this might be a good time because I think I'm going to sing "Tomorrow Never Knows" in its entirety, in the voice of Don Adams, or maybe in the voice of. Hey, John, don't let sleeping dogs lie. Come on in. Come on, John. I knew it. See, I knew it. Disruptive. Can't. He's like Bill Clinton, you know. He's got this attention deficit disorder. It's like I think the American people should have health care. No, wait a minute. I'm going to lie about my golf game for a minute here first. And then, no, wait. Before I do that, I think I'll outlaw cigarettes. And, where was I? Oh, yeah, reinventing government. You know, so like the first ADD president. You know, Mickey Bliss tells me that everybody over the age of 35 has attention deficit disorder. You know, everybody in that cohort, like born from 1957 to 1964, and that if you want to get more...
Maybe there's just nothing worth paying attention to.
Now, there you go. Anyway, yeah, that's why the workman's compensation thing, you can say, I've got ADD, so I can't work at a nuclear power reactor. You got to pay me unemployment, disability. You know, so, I don't know.
Ron, can I show to you the invitation to your next engagement?
Horn in on my ass. No, why don't you pull up a chair? Why do you have to stand the whole time? Get settled. Get comfy.
Why are you closing the door?
Well, why the hell not? So John can sit down. What's it say?
Well, you have to read it. Well, that's the menu part.
Okay, I'll read it later.
No, but here's where you're getting the top billings, right in there.
Oh, great. All right.
Ron knows how to get the
Yes, he knows how to get the attention of the wrong hero here. As the wrong hero. I'm not top billed. What is this shit? Where's my name in 50-point type? At the top. The wrong hero. Forget everything else. You know?
Well, you're in 20-point type.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll have to do then, huh?
I think it was 18, actually.
All right, let me get this introduction off to a start. Okay? I may not be much on looks, but I'm down here on my knees. Please love me, you schnucks, because I'm eager to please. That's my big song. Well, I'm going to do a Bob Hope, or maybe a Rosie O'Donnell. No, I'll do a Bob Hope. It's easier to make fun of a guy that's 93 years old and blind and not even an American citizen. You know
a
what?
woman who's stronger than you.
Do you know what Bob Hope's function in life is? It's to point out who the enemy is to Americans, so they can hate them. That's why he does all those troop shows.
Arab jokes.
Yeah, that's right, exactly. I just flew in from Australia, and on the way over, I scorched an Aborigine with my jetpack. Don't you hate it when that happens? I just wondering, that's all. You know, the big difference between the United States and Australia is Australia never had slaves. Think about it. So anyway, you know, they found life on Mars, so they think it might be life. But I say, no. If there is no life on Mars, I killed them all for being too warlike, and that's what I have to say about that. Now, I like to just say A-E-I-O-U nothing, okay? Because I hate A-E-I-O and especially you, and sometimes why. Why, I don't know. Now, I'm not serious except when I am, and yes. Some say I exert an uncanny, hypnotic influence on people, and I don't know why they say that. You are getting sleepy on the audience. You are getting sleepy. Sleep. I don't know where they get sleepy. I don't know where they get the first thing about sleepy hypnotist. I don't know anything about sleepy. You are sleepy. Anyway, I cleaned the apartment today. You might have noticed, and I ache over every square inch of my body. Well, almost every square inch. there. Every square inch of my body aches, okay? Now, I'm the wrong hero in case I haven't reminded you of it about 50 times, but men call me El-Hajj Malik El-Shabazz.
What do women call you?
They call me the wrong X because hero is my slave name. And basically, my career is a calculated affront to white America because I am a troublemaker. And like most troublemakers, my corrosive intelligence actually limits my achievements.
Now, your intelligent corrosiveness.
Yes, my corrosive charisma. You know, it's sort of like reverse charisma. Like King Midas in reverse. Everything he touches turns to shit, you know, and it's like reverse charisma. They flee the room. They laughed when I sat down to play the piano. And then I killed them, you know, for laughing. So anyway, my motto is, I may fail, but I'll fail better. Okay? I'm going to be the best damn failure. And I'm not alienated. I'm just an alien. What's that?
Don't you feel well?
Now I like to sing another song. Too old to be a hippie, too young to be a punk, so now I'm mostly drunk. Da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, that's the cohort I'm in. Too old to be a hippie, too young to be a hippie, too old to be a punk. Actually, the reason I'm so angry all the time is that there's nothing to be angry about anymore. There's nothing to protest anymore. Like in the 50s, they had, you know, civil defense, nuclear bombs, and they're all scared shitless about, you know, nukes. And then in the 60s, it was racism in Vietnam. And in the 70s, it was South Africa and apartheid. And in the 80s, you know, Reagan, that was an easy target. And the environment. But now we got an environmentalist vice president, and there's nothing to be angry about except maybe high-fat foods, you know. And how do you lead a march on Washington? Like, down with mayonnaise, no more eggs, no more. You know, it just wouldn't work. It just doesn't have that charisma to protest that. Well, thank you. Anyway.
Oh my God! I didn't even see this wall. You have about 40 pages of material.
That's all right. I'll run through it so quick. It'll be like 50 pages. Because I'll keep digressing and you'll keep chiming in, and Steve will mutter something incomprehensible, and Paul will be squeaking that damn chair. And
Incomprehensible.
you sure took your sweet old time about getting here. Would you take a shower or a sauna bath? Would you have a complete makeover where they stick mud on your face and peel it off? You know, do you have Nubian slaves fan you dry? What?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Well then, it's all right as long as you admit it. Anyway, I like that. I'm totally against advertising and commercialism, but I would like to identify my sponsors. The Wrong Hero is brought to you by Move Over Butter, Fuck You Margarine, and Die Lard, Die. And The Wrong Hero is also brought to you by Anarchy Light, only half as destabilizing as the regular types of anarchy. And Placebo Light, only half the fillers and inert ingredients of regular placebos. And of course by Pope Light, slimmer than the fat pontiffs Catholics worship. You got your own Pope now, baby. Become
Francis.
What? You're breaking my fucking rhythm, damn you!
Instead of rushing through all your material, pick the best stuff and do it in a leisurely pace.
Okay, let's go to Lazy Town. Here is... I'll do it at the Bill Cosby pace, you know. Jello! Pudding! Pops! I am a doctor! I've got my PhD in frozen dessert snacks! Ha ha ha! I'm richer than Colin Powell! The Wrong Hero is also brought to you by Spam Life, only half the salivary glands and hog eyelids of regular spam, and by recombinant DNA. We bring things to life. And by
What was the spam joke again?
only half the salivary glands and hog eyelids of regular spam, at a price you can afford.
Not a bad joke.
Not a bad joke at all. No.
As a matter of fact,
I think
I'll have a drink on that joke.
I'm willing to put up with your impertinence. For now. The Wrong Hero is also brought to you by Timothy Leary's Crazy World of LSD. Our prices are insane! An Army Jeep, 1 cent. A piece of lint, $1 million. Only at Timothy Leary's Crazy World of LSD. Show up tripping and get a balloon. Wrong Hero is also brought to you by Pep Loss. Pep Loss. It's the fretful baby go-to-sleep remedy that your great-great-grandparent gave to your great-great-grandmother. 5 generations of junkies. Pep Loss turns the crabbies into the drowsies. And of course, the Wrong Hero is brought to you by the beer for breakfast diet. Brain fat just melts away like magic. And by the X-Lax diet. Shed ugly brown pounds in seconds. The Wrong Hero is The Wrong Hero is also brought to you by...
That wasn't a bad joke, Francis.
No, it's a great joke. This is my best material from the last 11 years, damn it. All right.
Is there any...
One has a chance to assimilate.
Okay.
Do you have any goodies from Uncle Alky worked in?
Yeah. I'll be coming right up. For example, the Uncle Alky spit take. Uncle Alky, I just poured all your wine down the sink. You what? Oh my God. Here, kid. I'm not feeling so good. You drive. But Uncle Alky, I'm only 8 years old. Oh, you can drive out the way home. Or Uncle Alky coming out of the parking lot. Oh my God. Anyway, The Wrong Hero is brought to you by the fine line of blubber products. Blubber Light, Blubber Clear, Fat-Free Blubber. I can't believe it's not blubber. Teenage Mutant Ninja Blubber. And Mighty Morphin Power Ranger Blubber. Also new, Nazi-free blubber. And The Wrong Hero is also brought to you by Elvis Wine. It's the wine Elvis would have drank if Elvis drank wine. And new, Elvis Crack. It's the crack Elvis would have smoked if crack had been invented. The Wrong Hero is also brought to you by KFC. Everybody needs a little KFC. That good home cooking just melts right in your mouth. Then again, so does the mercury in a thermometer, you know, so everybody needs a little KFC. You can just see the fucking Klansmen in their white robes. Everybody needs a little KFC. Yeah, I don't know, there's just something about the ghoulish face of the sinister colonel, you know, as he... You know, he's like genocidal chicken man. It's like... he doesn't have axe handles. He doesn't bar Negroes from his establishment with an axe handle like Lester Maddox. He just has the axe and he's chasing chickens down the street. And anyway. And The Wrong Hero is also brought to you by the new fall lineup. Little Ho on the Prairie. And of course our adaptation of a streetcar named Desire called Fucking Trolley Sluts. And by the way, we're fooling Mayor Marion Barry. We're replacing his usual coffee with crack cocaine crystals. Let's watch. Fucking bitch, set me up! And a few more shows for the fall lineup. Illiterate ventriloquist. He moves other people's lips when he reads. Whoa, that's a butt coaster, man. I don't understand it, but it's a good one. And,
That was a potentially good joke, but not as it stands wasn't really
yeah, no, it needs work, okay? Yeah. Now, my agent says to me, Frank, your act, it's great, you know, your act, it's funny how people don't laugh, you know? Yeah. The Wrong Hero is also brought to you by The Voodoo Show. If you do not watch it, you will be horribly mutilated. And of course, The Wrong Hero would like to remind you.
That wasn't funny at all, Francis.
pitch. You got perfect birth pitch here.
Perfect bitch.
Yeah, right. Try that at a feminist convention.
Yeah.
Yo, man, you the perfect bitch! He'd be flayed alive. Might I remind you that the circus is coming to town, and it's a great place to take the kids. You know, you get alcoholic clowns falling off their unicycles, and you know, manic depressive chimpanzees playing handball with their own shit, and sinister ringmasters with long black mustaches cracking whips and critters chained to stakes. Wonderful example for the kiddies, you know. It just teaches them about life. Okay, the impressions are very popular. I hear that people like impressions. So I can do some impressions. Half John Wayne, half Doris Day. Man. A gun. If you pick up that gun, I'll kill you. Oh! Now here's one that's always a crowd pleaser, especially since I always end up injuring myself. Speedometer. Samuel Beckett, eat your heart out. Here's another impression. A fireplace. Ginger ale.
That's just like Rice Krispies.
I gotta do that better.
What happens if you pour ginger ale on Rice Krispies?
That's a good question. Ginger ale. What happens when you pour ginger ale into Rice Krispies? I'll take that for 50, Alex. Dun, 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 dun. This is our final Jeopardy question. What happens when...
Indian food that doesn't look like vomit for 100, please, Alex.
Nuclear terrorists for 500 million, Alex.
Greek girls who aren't named Nikki for 500, please, Alex.
A newspaper article which does not mention the word inarticulate when pertaining to Bob Dole for 500. You laugh like a hillbilly. Oh. I'm going to do the Indian war whoop now. Like. Oh, this is all visual stuff, okay? Dishwasher. Garbage disposal. Dog howling at a garbage disposal.
Dog howling at a
Garbage.
siren. Conversation between a
Conversation
dog and a police siren as observed by an alien.
No, as observed by a spitting cat. Okay, some more impressions. The Sphinx's face. Cheese. A gravestone. These are conceptual. And now, a bell. Boom! And a bell backwards. How's that go anyway? Okay, police shows combined with nursery rhymes. We got Humpty Dumpty on a 915, falling off a wall. Okay, and Johnny Most reciting nursery rhymes. It's like,
Hey, diddle, diddle, the fat, the cat, the fiddle, the cat runs away with the spooner. Oh, this is terrible. Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall. Oh, this is terrible.
How about Harry Carey?
Who the hell is Harry Carey?
Oh, they announced it for the Cubs. Cubs win, Cubs win, Cubs win.
Yeah, when has they ever get to say that? Christ, they haven't won a World Series since the Wilson administration. Cubs win. Yeah, they probably got that in a fucking stereotype on a Victrola, you know, scratchy. Cubs win World Series. Of course, the Boston. What is the name of the Boston team?
The Red Sox.
So,
And they're the ones who haven't run since the Wilson administration.
Well, the Cubs haven't won since then either. And now here's the deal. The Red Sox? What is this fashion of naming yourself after articles of apparel? What's next? The Brooklyn fucking Hats, man. Get off my fucking I'll fucking kill you. Yeah. Or I don't know.
the stadiums.
What if countries had baseball teams? What would they name them after their least desirable ethnic attribute? You know, like the Nigerian anarchists. You know, I don't need a fucking bat. I'll hit the ball with my bare hands. I'll get Bob Dole hit it with his hand. It's a high drive, flying in center field. There we go. Bob Dole hit that home run. Bob Dole loves baseball. Bob Dole went to the All-Star game. There were black people in attendance, so that's why he didn't go to the NAACP meeting, because the All-Star game
I wanted to see the black people who made it in baseball, not the ones who didn't get the team.
That's right. So,
How about the Japanese melting pot?
oh, the Japanese have baseball teams, and they have weird names, which I don't remember, but Hiroshima fields a team. The Hiroshima Fallout wouldn't quite be, you know, the Nagasaki Nuggets, they glow in the dark, you know. No. They're very serious about it, but,
Chinese Democrats.
oh, God. Yeah, there we go. The opposite attribute, you know, like, but I won't get into that, because that's even more palpably offensive, even though it is comedy. Okay, here's an impression. Booty Moodpecker. Fuck off. And here's another. I love you guys. You know, I really love you guys. No, wrong hero. You can't have any of our crap. No, but, okay, here's an impression. An enormous fan. Let's say I'm the world's biggest fan. Okay, well, I'm the wrong hero, and let me remind you that I'm so juicy and tender that you should eat me. You might be tempted to eat me with a fork, but don't. You don't want to miss one drop of the goodness. Well, I'm the wrong hero, and good. You got the first good laugh of the night.
I didn't see those.
Heaven forbid! Yeah, that's okay. When you guys leave, I'll do the rest of it.
Did you copy all this by hand, Francis? Or did it
Fuck no, what do you think this is? The Pleistocene era? I got a dinosaur to help me do it, you know? Spit right there, Bronte. You know, I'll put a stamp it like with my hand. What, did I copy all of these? Did I photocopy them, did you mean?
It was a joke.
Oh, okay. That's a joke, son. Anyway, I'm the wrong hero. Let me remind you that my particular brand of sweaty, hard sell sexuality will never go out of fashion. And I'm not even wearing the dress. Yeah, this apartment's
Francis,
great.
of all the pages that you have on the wall, the number of pages you have on the wall, how many have you gone through so far?
10. I'm lying. So, let me ask you, Steve, what is in your refrigerator?
What's in my refrigerator?
Yeah.
Mostly soy milk.
Soy milk.
Because I live with a bunch of hippies.
Oh, great. I can just see John Wayne and Cary Grant sitting down to a nice glass of soy milk.
Do you know that?
It's like something out of Planet of the Apes or something, you know? Oh, Mr. Mayor, we don't have much food, but here's some nice soy milk.
Do you know that non-fat
Oh, it is well.
non-fat soy milk bears an uncanny resemblance to semen?
Well, glad you reminded me of that. Guess I'll be drinking it by the gallon, just like Rod Stewart, huh? Tonight's the night, gonna be alright. They had to wean him off of actual semen with like fat-free soy milk, you know, because it was just too much. Him and Elton John are sitting there with their fat-free soy milk, you know. It's a little bit funny, but then again, no. Elton John, man, how many songs has this cat written? You know he has like 40 albums out?
Hey, you don't fuck with Elton John, man. Elton John is cool.
Hey man, like that guy is the best friggin' guy. Aw.
Benny and the Jets, man.
Oh, come on. It's palpable.
Benny and the Jets.
Yeah, can you think of a wimpier Rolling Stones knockoff anthem than Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting? If he went to a biker bar, that he'd get his ass whipped. Saturday Night's All Right for... Yeah, I'll say it's all right for fighting. It's all right for killing.
Yo, Benny and the Jets is hell.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a big favorite in, like the dyslexia league.
Yeah, well, there's David Bowie's Changes, and
Who's My Generation,
and Black
Turner Overdrive. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Hey, this 1973, the stutter year.
The stutter year, right. Okay, so let's see. I want to hold your hand. Well, we can do this with anything, like...
But what about David Essex's Rock On? The most underrated pop song in history.
The greatest?
The most underrated.
Underrated? Yes, We Will Rock You by Queen. That was another one, man.
No.
That was so fucking cerebral.
Rock On.
Einstein is like sitting there with Heisenberg. Wow, we will rock you. This changes my entire viewpoint of the universe.
No. Rock On and Jeans On.
Jeans On?
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Jeans On by
By?
who the fuck did it? Jeans On. The English guy was a jeans commercial and they changed it to a pop song.
Oh man.
Jeans On.
It doesn't matter. Telegraph it to me, okay? Because all right.
I'll think of it at some point.
I have some more questions for you. These are closing.
David Dundas.
David Dundas. Well, up there with the immortals like the Kinks, the Who.
I had the single of
the
Jeans On by David
the
Dundas.
Beach Boys.
Someone
the
stole it,
Pantheon.
along with my copy of Sugar
David
Sugar Brother
Dundas.
Archies. And if I ever find out who stole my copy of Juice.
Yeah, the Archies. So like the monkeys sort of make, I don't know, the Archies make the monkeys look like,
Velvet
Bob
Underground.
Seger, Mr. Authenticity.
Velvet Underground is theirs, so
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Heroin songs, there aren't that many. Like, I got my monkey, I'm a junkie, lonely junkie.
Heroin will be the death of me.
Yeah, that could be a great little country and western tune. Heroin, yeah, will be the death of me. Ooh. So, would you like to make friends in some of the far-out groups like artists and hippies? Should people dress in individual ways even if the effects are strange? Do you like wild, uninhibited parties? Is party your favorite verb? Do you enjoy the company of swingers? Do you like to have new and exciting experiences and sensations, even if they are a little unconventional? Do you enjoy watching many of the sexy scenes in movies? Do you prefer situations which are excitingly unpredictable or frightening?
Do you like to act like Paul Newman from the late 60s movies?
Would you like to try some of the new drugs that produce hallucinations?
What are they?
Do you like some of the earthy body smells? Then you've come to the right place, because I'm the wrong hero. Some call me he who comes, the prophet, the Davidic king, the just one and the holy one, the good shepherd, the door.
Francis, who calls you that?
Shut up! The way, the bridegroom, the light of the world, the head of the body, the vine, the leader, the author, the stone, the rock, the bread of life, the servant, the redeemer, the lamb, the expiation, the high priest, the advocate, the high papalorum, the low papahylum, the big cheese, the firstborn, the last Adam, the alpha and the omega, the high muckety muck, the head honcho, the big boss, the effigy of his substance, the refulgence of his glory. Others refer to me more prosaically as Little Doc or Mr. Man. But I go by many names. King Slave, President Stockboy, Mr. Client Esquire, Governor Helpless, Officer Felon, and my favorite, Sonny Boy God. But I am the wrong hero. People say that I have a knack for making people vicious. They say, hey, you're a Shay Man. They walk up to me and they go, Shay Man, You must have been stoned when you wrote them jokes. Some say I have messianic delusions, but that's not what God tells me. You know, I had a job selling Malcolm X-ray specs. It's like they enable you to actually see through white hypocrisy. White man. White man. The blue-eyed devil. You know, it's actually he who has blurred eyes shall not see Allah. Not he who has blue eyes.
What if Malcolm X had gotten into astrology and say, it's Capricorn, man, who's been oppressing us water signs for centuries.
You know, I've heard recordings of Malcolm X. You know what his favorite word is? And you can tell because he rolls it off his tongue. Brutalized. Like, the white man has been brutalizing us. But he's a great man. You know, Newt Gingrich actually said that Martin Luther King was the greatest man to come out of Georgia in the 20th century. How awfully considerate of him to mention Martin Luther King and not himself.
He was just getting back at Jimmy Carter.
That's true. Jimmy Carter has not been invited to the Democratic National Convention. Well, he was invited, but rather late. Like the day before. Ding dong! Oh, Jimmy, yeah, I was wondering if you could make it. No? Okay, bye!
He's more popular in Egypt than Israel is.
Hello, this is Jimmy. What did you say about Democratic National? No, oh no, that wasn't me, I didn't do it. Yankee Doodle, I did that, I can't hear you, bye! No, poor Jimmy doesn't seem to be in favor with the current crop of Democrats. Anyway, I'd just like to mention that you can't love God unless God loves himself. Something to ponder. What is this god-awful racket?
No.
Oh, look at that window. It's, That's okay. Well, that's all right, Mama. That's all right with me. I'd like to give you another message from my sponsor. Christianity. Say, pagans, tired of painting your bodies blue and worshiping oak trees? Try Christianity. Christianity is the only religion which gives you three gods in one. Remember that. I am the wrong hero, and this is comedy in its cheap, smokable form. And here's my other motto.
Low tech.
The wrong hero. The wrong hero. He's
This means 45 minutes have passed.
No, that's it. No, that's it.
It's
It's a C turn. It won't record. Oh, Lordy. Oh, Lord. It's actually a CD thing. I guess it's out of batteries. Well, it doesn't matter.
That's a CD.
No, it's a CD length tape.
How long is that?
74 minutes.
Hey, Francis, relax, man. Relax, man.
Relax, don't do it when you gotta get to it. Watch me work. Lord help me. Okay, so,
No.
this is comedy in its cheap, smokable form, and my motto is the wrong hero. He's so good, you don't even want to try him once. Anyway, I think that they should legalize, what are you doing?
I'm looking at your framing.
Oh, my framing is fine.
He's taking the lens cover off.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, take off the lens cap, Jimmy Olsen. Yeah. So people seem to think that they can advise you as to how to use your own equipment. Why don't you take the lens cap off? Well, because I'm not recording anything, you idiot. I'm not recording anything right now. I don't need the lens cap off. What? So you can put your fetid breath on it, turn everything green, it'll look like a Charlie Chaplin short with pieces missing. So,
Say, you're pretty funny there, Frank. It is.
good. I'm really hyper and manic. All right, I'll sing my song for you. I'm your happy scrapple daddy from the Pennsylvania farms. Your happy scrapple daddy with all his biggest charms. Raised up in the hills, my taste is most divine. I'm your happy scrapple daddy bringing me secret times. Pork, livers, lamb tongues, Vienna sausage. Oh, give me some chitlins, oh them chitlins. Vienna linguiça and kielbasa. Eat your sister by mistake. Yummy, 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 yummy. Chewy goo. Oh, what that meat eating store is what you want to do. I feel like a bomber with a big load of bomb. I'm your happy scrapple daddy. I'm all worn out now. I think they should legalize LSD, and I'm going to lobby 25 hours a day until they do. Man. And, yeah, I'm in a 12-step program to get back on drugs, you know, because I have no social life now.
12-stagger program, you mean?
Yeah, you know, I mean, like, no, actually, you know, it's kind of hard adjusting to a drug-free life because what do? Hey, man, get a hit of that air. Ooh, let it fill your lungs, man. Hold it in, man, hold it in.
Shouldn't be any problem in Central Square.
What's that?
There shouldn't be a problem in Central Square.
No, I guess not. Now John's going to go and talk to Mark.
Hey, that's what we need, Mark.
No, we don't need Mark. Don't wake him up. Quit sabotaging my set.
No, it would be just a thing, Chris.
No,
You can make fun of him. You can make fun of him.
Fuck that, man. I'm sick of this shit. No respect. I don't get no respect. Even when I steal Rodney Dangerfield's signature
You're
line.
gonna get the airflow.
Yeah, get the airflow. If there are any of you here who believe that bigotry has a place in American life, I want you to leave right now. Ah, yes.
You Mormons?
Mormons.
Oh no, bigamy.
Bigamy. All right. Mark bigamy. So anyway, what if Noah had gotten drunk and said, you know, Noah on the ark, Noah's ark, 2 of every kind of animal. What if Noah had gotten drunk and said, hey, fuck it, throw the animals overboard and bring the fish over here. You know, I'd love to see that. You know what I used to do? I used to market this thing that was called a God whistle. It was a special whistle only he could hear. And I also got another gimmick going. It's the Last Supper action figures. You know, the 12 Apostles action figures, Judas sold separately. And when I was a kid, this is a true story too. When I was a kid, I used to take the Jesus on the crucifix to the supermarket and pretend he was an airplane. You know, like, yeah, Pontius Pilate over by the oranges. I'll tell you. Well, you know, I believe that Jesus was the first bootlegger. Because he changed the water into wine, man. Oh, Jesus, it's them revenuers. No. The Dukes of Hazzard, ox cart races and the like, you know. Oh, here comes Boss Pilate, you know. That would be good. And when Jesus was on the cross, did his high school gym teacher come and say, come on, you sissy, walk it off. Those wounds ain't so bad. And you know, when you think about it, deep down, did it ever occur to you that maybe, just maybe, the crucifixion was a dice game that went terribly, terribly wrong? You know? It's like, hey, Tiberius, 7 come 11. What about the stiff up there? Oh, he lost. What about those other 2? Oh, they rolled deuces. You know, man, I'll tell you, that one there, that's Boxcar Willie. He's going to sing his 40 greatest hits. Yeah. So, anyway, you know, I got a confession to make. My most embarrassing moment was when I was being crucified on the cross, and the Roman centurion offered me a sponge soaked in wine, and I had to admit to the good thief and the bad thief that I was a recovering alcoholic, and it was so embarrassing. Well, I will say this. I have no money, but I have something far more important. I have the human spirit. Can I borrow a cup of heroin? Never mind the cup. I'll just use it right here. You know, you have a dog. You know, I don't know about you, but whenever I see my dog, every time my dog sees me, he jumps for joy. He goes, he puts his muddy paw, one paw, you know? I don't know why. You know why he jumps for joy? Because he knows that I'm going to put a bouillon cube in the toilet bowl, just for him. And I like to mix it up. Chicken, beef. He doesn't like the vegetable ones very much. He is a carnivore. Anyway, you know, the thing is, I really wish the dog wouldn't drink out of the toilet. At least not until after I'm done pissing, you know? It's like, you know, there I am in the toilet, like, and the dog's drinking, and the toilet lid falls on his head, and it's just like, oh, it's terrible. Man, just terrible. And Well, I used to live with a dog, another person's dog. Your own dog's okay, right? Your own dog can do no wrong. It's like, bad, you know, you set fire to the outhouse, bad dog. But you caused World War III, bad dog, bad. But you know, you never actually hit him or anything. But other people's dogs, the smallest thing, woo, woo, shout! When there's nobody around anyway. You know, it's like, woo, shout! I was living with my girlfriend, and her cousin, who she was living with at the time, had a dog, really stupid dog. And at 6 in the morning, you know, they had gone to work, and I was laying in bed, living the life of Riley, and the dog starts scratching at the door and making this peculiar noise, like, it's like something out of Lost in Space or Danger, Will Robinson. So it was just too much. You know, and we just got a canary. And they say, my girlfriend said to me, a canary brightens a home. And I said to her, I prefer cash. Sell that bird, give me the money, I'll take it right on the barrelhead, right there. And you know, there's an old saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. But what if it's a seahorse? Ah! Never thought of that, huh? And they say it's, you know, sometimes when it's like really raining out, they say it's raining cats and dogs. And I'm like, do they resolve their differences on the way down? Like, looks like the end for us, Poochie. It sure does, kitty. What do you say we let bygones be bygones? Here's that $5 I don't know. And, they say nothing's more fun than a barrel of monkeys. But what about one monkey in a barrel giving you that special little smile? You know, like, Mr. Man, you number 10, you know. No, I don't know. Just me. And you know, parents are taught to say all these ridiculous things like, hooray for General MacArthur! You know, it's like, what? What is this, a history lesson or a fucking pet? You know, but Polly want a cracker. It's like, no, Polly doesn't want a cracker. What Polly needs is a lesson in remedial grammar. You know, there's another old saying that a hungry monkey will not dance, and a scalded cat will run away from cold milk. I'll run that by you again. A hungry monkey will not dance, and a scalded cat will run away from cold milk. And I'm like, what kind of nightmare world is this anyway? Scalded monkeys. You know, hungry monkeys. Scalded cats. You know, it's like, whoa. You know, what is this, got milk? Hungry milk. Hungry monkeys, scalded cat. Yeah, that could be it. Now, there's some baseball teams for you. You know, the Poughkeepsie Hungry Monkeys. And they say, why buy a cow if milk is cheap? And I'm like, hey, why buy anything if you're sturdy enough to beg, you know, and collect deposit bottles? Anyway, on the way over here, I was thinking, everything is coming my way. That's because I was driving on the wrong side of the turnpike, you know, so I got stopped by a policeman. And every time I get stopped by a policeman, I like to play a nice little game called Nice Victim, Mean Victim. You know, it's like, oh, excuse me, sir, can I see your license and registration? Top of the morning to you, officer. Sure, what's a police captain like you doing up pounding the beats? Why were you going the wrong way on the turnpike? Oh, sure. I was pretending the accelerator was a policeman's head because I was sucking on a cube of LSD. And I wanted to get home before I melted, Officer Coffee and Donuts, sitting and picking your ass in a Dunkin' Donuts at 4 in the morning, sir. He says, let it go this time, see it doesn't happen again. It's like amazing. Like, sometimes you, like, oh no, another great line when you get stopped speeding. Why are you going so fast? I just do what the gun tells me to. Want to see it? like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, you know. Hi, my friends call me Leatherface. Yes. So, but you know, you ever notice, you probably do a lot of driving, going up to Andover and shit. Late at night, the cars on the road start to sound like animals. Like that Big Mac truck. Sounds like an angry bull. It runs you off the road. You go cascading off the side of a cliff. The last thing you see is the little bulldog emblem on the front of the Mack truck. And you reach out your hand and you go, doggy. Fireball. And, well, you know, I had this Volkswagen. It was a diesel Rabbit, 1980. And, you know, well, I have an 80 too. That's right. The 81 didn't make this noise, but the 80 did. I get up to about maybe 78, you know, which is like, you know, basic traveling speed on the turnpike, 78. 78? What are you, a biker? Like, fuck you! Get out of the low speed limit. Oh, drive on the shoulder, you panty waist. But
What is a panty waist?
I think it's a homosexual man.
Is that what it means?
Yes, it is one euphemism for that minority group, which has been sorely persecuted.
Because,
1 in 10.
you know, Richard Nixon used to frequently refer to all Harvard alumni, for instance, as panty waists.
Well, there's an old saying that it's like a slapping contest between panty waists. And of course, you know, there's the famous, happy as a queer in Boys Town. Yeah. He's as happy as a, yeah, it makes World War II look like a slapping contest between panty waists. You should have seen them go at each other, boy. Don't call that man shorty or he'll stop your heart for you. Yeah, how's that in the oil rigs? I tell you, the only part of my body that's clean is my dick. Yeah, that's because I dip it in the wipe twice a night. One time, I just whacked off on the side of the bed just to show the little woman who's boss. Yeah, Texas, great place.
Hey, does the wrong hero have any opinion about Aldous Huxley?
Aldous Huxley? Like, Alice in Gaza. What was Aldous Huxley's least successful novel for 500? What is Alice in Gaza? Wrong. Plum Yellow.
Here's a picture of him in the Hollywood Hills in 1953.
Oh yeah, Mescaline, The Doors of Perception.
Yes.
He gave Jim Morrison the idea for The Doors, and for that, he can never be
No,
forgiven.
that was William Blake. William Blake. Go back further. William
That was
Blake.
very funny.
That's right, William Blake.
That was very good joke, that George joke.
Oh, thank you. I thrive on your
or whatever. Everything would occur as it is.
Well, I was telling you about the Volkswagen at 78 miles an hour. It would start chattering like a little squirrel.
In German?
Oh no, I'm getting to that. You know, every time you start a German car,
Here's quite the photo of our friend Allen Ginsberg.
yes, do you really have that short an attention span that you have to constantly interrupt what is a rather admittedly overlong set with your own little interspersed commentary? Do you really have to do that? Because, you know, although it adds a certain piquancy and spice to the
Spontaneity.
presentation. Yeah, spontaneity. What have you?
in here.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Half of this shit I'm ad-libbing right out of my head, man. Literally. So, when you start a German car, it goes warum, right? Warum means why in German. It means why. Warum. So, you're starting the car, you're like, why? It's like, because I'm lazy. I can't walk 20 feet. No. Why? Because the government encourages you to drive cars. Why? No, vroom. Because the government subsidizes the roads so that the military-industrial complex and the police state can better regulate the populace. Why? Because complacency takes the place of ideology in Western civilizations. Why? Because the country is run by well-informed ignoramuses. Why? Because we're all brainwashed to drive, even though cars run on dinosaur shit. And someday, some incredibly advanced race of superhumans is going to use our phones for fuel and go, primitive humans, we use the laughable 20th century men. We use their fuel to power our rocket sled. The quaint peasant. Anyway, you know, a car is a real love-hate relationship going on, because, you know, a car is like a robot slave, a petting zoo, and a whorehouse on wheels, all rolled up into one, right?
Now, that joke's good enough that you should at least be able to make a living as a comedian.
Well, thank you. It's not really
Just
a joke.
that joke alone, you know.
You're
anything else, just that joke.
That guy's the funniest. Hee-haw. Yeah, okay, but what about the Saturn car, right? They're always advertising this Saturn, this folksy black guy. Well, I take these here Saturns out on the road. People always asking me questions about them. Sure enough, lousy me. Can I shine your shoes for you, miss? While I tell you about these here cars I got. You know, it's like how degrading, but when you think about it, what is the Saturn? How did they come up with the name Saturn? Like, what are we going to call our new model GM car? Well, I don't know, we can call it Mars, but no, it's too warlike. We can call it Venus, no. It's too feminine. I know, we'll call it Saturn, the figure in Greek mythology who devours his own children. Great name for a car. We'll call it Saturn. Here's the keys to your new car, son. Oh, golly, Dad, it's a Saturn. Thanks. Saturn. Because you don't want your children to grow older than you. And it's like,
$5 for this.
no, don't sell it. It's worth at least $8.
You borrowed it from us.
Oh, no, you'll never see it again.
You borrowed it indefinitely.
Yeah, Steve's off of Jesus and onto psychedelic drugs, man.
No, I just happened to find it for free at a store.
Wow. Amazing.
I wouldn't do that shit.
I would.
My grandmother went crazy, my brother went crazy, so I wouldn't even try it.
Oh, really? Don't even. It's so good. Try it once. Try it a lot. Yeah, well, you know, you may know, you may not know, but you might recognize me because actually I was in the media for a while. I invented a car that runs on blood sugar. But you might not recognize me because I lost 300 pounds on the drive from Albany. And all I can say is it's a good thing I picked up that hitchhiker, or else, you know, forget it. Karen Carpenter time, you know? It's like salad bars and crap. The Hyundai XL. Have you ever had the pleasure of driving a Hyundai XL? You know what it excels at? Overheating so that the motor overheats and the engine block cracks. It excels at stalling. It excels at pickup so slow that you're in the next century by the time you've managed to get it onto the highway. That's what the Hyundai XL excels at. You know how they knew Rodney King was set up? The cops claimed he was driving 90 miles an hour in an XL. Everybody knows that that's impossible. You know, even with Einstein at the fucking wheel. It's like, my theory of relativity makes this inferior Korean car run much faster than it's actually able to. You know, forget it, you know. First of all, Einstein didn't drive. So.
Rodney King, what a hero for the 90s.
Einstein, you know. It's like, the world's smartest man, but he can't drive. How smart could he be then, huh? You know, so just the standard Bulgarian type thing. You know what I say? He who dies with the best Toyotas wins. Okay? I like the 4Runner myself, but I'm not picky. I'll take the Lexus, or if I can't get that, I'll take the what's the one below the Lexus but above the Corolla? Well, anyway, I'll take that one. I don't care. I don't give a shit. Those things run forever. You can run them on salad oil, for God's sake. Well, not really, but only if they're diesels, and they don't make the diesels. Do they, John? Don't turn the light out. What are you doing?
Who doesn't make diesels?
Toyota.
Yeah, I think they make diesels.
They
They
do.
sell diesel cars in the United States.
Oh.
They probably have a diesel truck that's available.
Or a natural
No,
compressed gas.
in fact, I believe I have driven in a diesel-powered Toyota automobile manufactured approximately 15 years ago.
I run on natural compressed gas. I don't need an airbag in my car. I'm such a windbag. I am the wrong hero, and some call me the shaman of class animus. Others call me the avatar of the moron zeitgeist. To them I say, I'm not crazy, you're just stupid. I am not a mere clown whose sole purpose in life is to tickle the sores of a fickle mob. I am not a mere shill selling snake oil and rheumatiz medicine to a bunch of credulous rubes and slack-jawed bohunks. But hey, a gig's a gig, you know? I'll work any place. Kitty birthday parties, bachelor parties, sorority parties, you name it. I go over really big at sorority parties. It's like, I don't want a fucking kid. I got a handkerchief. That's my girlfriend, you know? I call her Petunia. But she really smells like Oysters Rockefeller. You know, the sorority girls love that kind of stuff. Anyway, I believe that it's better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. Actually, Melville said that, but he hasn't been gigging for 120 years, so I figured it was okay if I